Okay, so we are in Wall Street, right in the heart of Manhattan's financial district, and we are at the iconic Delmonico Steakhouse. I'm hungry, you're hungry. Let's grab a fork and knife and get inside. This is Wine by the Bay TV. Let's get started. Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Wine by the Bay TV. I'm your host George Bachara. So we're back home. We're back in Manhattan, my hometown. Well, actually I'm from Brooklyn, but you know what I mean. And we're at an iconic, absolutely iconic restaurant right in the heart of the financial district, a couple of blocks from the stock exchange, Wall Street. Power players are in here all the time, day and night, lunch, dinner, you name it. And we're here to kind of give you a little tour of one of my favorite places to go. But I got to tell you, this is not for the faint of heart. If you're in the city and you want to have what is probably the most historic meal of your life, you're going to come here to Delmonico's. So we started off here in the bar, lounge, whatever you want to call it. This is my favorite part of the restaurant. You could pop in here solo or with a date or with a business client, whatever the case may be, and just kind of hang out at one of my favorite tables in the lounge. I love the lighting, I love the feel of it, and the table is just big enough for me. We wound up in one of the private rooms. It was really busy, and it was really special in there, obviously. You know, that's in the main dining room. You can see Jeff over there, my buddy Jeff, my buddy Mark, who you've seen on the channel before. This place is serious business, and as you look at the menu, you'll be able to see all the options. Steak is a really big deal, obviously, since it is a steakhouse. All the sides, all the appetizers, classic stuff, well made, well executed. I mean, it's just a classy place beginning to end. And then we're going to start to look at the wine list. I mean, look at how thick that thing is. I tried to do a comprehensive wine list look at it, but if you don't come in here with a plan, you're screwed because it's just too big to navigate in like 5 or 10 minutes. So in hindsight, a really good strategy that I've always meant to implement, and I never get around to it because I just kind of get involved talking to people, I totally forget, is to do wine by the glass and like do several of them to taste some really great stuff that maybe you haven't had before. The list by the glass is exceptional. Did I say exceptional? I meant it. Look at the sparkling options. I mean, it's just insane. All these big boys, you know, heavy hitters that you won't find pretty much anywhere, even in like specialty wine shops. It'd be very difficult to curate a collection like this. So take advantage, do some sparkling wine, which I know sometimes people don't want to do, especially me, but I mean, this is a killer list. So speaking of killer, what do we have here? I think it's the crab cake. I mean, that crab cake was delicious. It was a little bit crusty on the outside, which I enjoyed, but Jeff thought it was a little bit too crispy, too overcooked. I vehemently object. However, let's move on to the wedge salad, and you can see that crispy piece of prosciutto. They don't use regular bacon. They just put a big hock of specialty prosciutto right on top. It was really exceptional. There was no argument on that one. And then finally, this specialty tomato salad. This was something that was verbally communicated to us by the server. It was a mixed tomato salad with cucumbers and like a basil oil. It was really delicious, very fresh. The list keeps getting more and more impressive. Now these are half bottles, mind you, typically a very small section of the menu. Usually there's more by the glass, but I mean, these are just a few pictures. I left a lot out because I just couldn't put it all in here. If you're a wine lover, you really need to like come down here and check this menu out. And not to belabor the point, but look at that menu. Look at how thick it is. It took me forever to get through it. In fact, I didn't even get through it. It got to the point where I had to get the sommelier involved because I just couldn't navigate this entire list. Now, one thing you might notice too is especially the traditional bottle sizes, they are expensive. So I posed the question in the thumbnail, is this one of the most expensive restaurants in New York City? And the wine list is what makes it that way. I mean, it's an impressive wine list, but boy, do you pay extra for being downtown, near Wall Street, in the most historic restaurant, probably in the city, or even in the United States. You're definitely paying for the history, you're definitely paying for the tradition. And they really took the statement that I'm displaying on the screen to heart. It is an exceptional, exceptional wine list. So if you're enjoying this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Hit the little bell icon. Don't forget to share this video with friends, with family, people that like wine. And of course, leave a comment. Now back to the video. So what you're looking at is the wine we selected, the Viña Calvos, Mercury Estate, Cabernet Sauvignon 2019 from Argentina. This is from the Paul Hobbs family of wines. It's a really excellent color, excellent flavor profile. I'm going to let you see some of the professional reviews right here. This wine was young and vibrant. I mean, you can see the color is very deep, which is typical of Argentinian wine. But besides that, I mean, it's a 2019 and it's 2025 when we were there. So it was 6 years old and it tasted like it probably has another 20 years to go. It's so vibrant and so intense. It was an excellent wine now, but I can only imagine where this wine will be in another 10 years. So I'm very curious to see if I can find one of these bottles and maybe get it home. Okay, now we're looking at dinner. So this is what we came here, guys, for the main event. That's the Côte de Boeuf for two. I believe it's a Wagyu. I don't remember off the top of my head, but I mean, it was delicious no matter what. Jeff and I split that on that sizzling hot plate. And then Mark had his own steak because he likes his cooked a little bit more. But Jeff and I agreed on charred medium rare. That's the hash browns with a little sour cream on there, or creme fraiche, I don't remember which. But it was delicious. I mean, everything is what you expect from a classic steakhouse. I can't tell you that there was a bad meal. Look at that cream spinach. It was so silky and smooth. I mean, you didn't even have an issue in terms of like little pieces of spinach in your teeth. That was Mark's Delmonico. It was the smaller Delmonico because he was kind of eating by himself. And then, of course, we had sauteed mushrooms. Everything was awesome. I will tell you that as much as I complained about the price of the wine list, the food was very reasonable for the quality that we got. Okay, granted, could you get a steak for less? Absolutely, but I mean, that's the Caviar. Now, Jeff went a little crazy and decided to order the Caviar after the fact, and you can see it is a sick, sick presentation on fresh ice. There's the Caviar, there's the chips. I mean, it's just nuts. Okay, before you say anything, I should stop complaining about pricing, especially if we're going to order the big Caviar for $200. So I get where you're coming from. You don't have to say anything else. I can kind of hear you through the YouTube internet. So don't worry, I've got the message. If you thought the wine list was impressive, well, the after dinner drink and dessert wine list is equally impressive. Not only do they have all of your favorites, but they have some really high-end stuff that you might not be able to get your hands on in any old restaurant. Of course, they have coffee, tea, espresso, that kind of thing. And the dessert menu is crazy as usual. Now, the thing to do is to get the baked Alaska. It was invented here. It is a tradition for Delmonico's, and nobody makes it better. As I said, history in the making in this place. They were the first to invent the baked Alaska, the eggs Benedict, lobster Newburgh, all those great things that you've heard of before. They were the first restaurant to have a la carte menus in the United States. It's insane. Groundbreaking and historic. So is this the most expensive steakhouse in New York City? The answer is probably, although I'll continue to test that theory and see if I can find something even more bougie, even more prestigious, even more ridiculous in terms of pricing. That's what I do for you. But I would say, even though it is really expensive, it's an event and you should absolutely treat yourself. That's why we do the wines. That's why we do the big dinners. That's why we have life. You got to live it a little bit. And once in a while, you can come out here and treat yourself. So definitely check out the history, the tradition, the wine, the vibe, and of course, the steak. So this is George, Wine by the Bay TV, telling you, worth the wait, worth the money, come out to Delmonico's in New York City, right in the heart of the financial district near Wall Street. See the bull, see the baked Alaska. Watch this video next, and we'll see you again next time.